Good morning and welcome back to Zagreb on day 2 of competition at this year's Zagreb Grand Prix. And it's a very good morning to Neil Adams. Good morning, Neil.
Yes, good morning. And it's day 2. I'm ready to go, Sheldon. It was a good day yesterday, and I was, particularly pleased because obviously we have a lot of new fighters. New coaches as well. We have new coaches as well that come up and they take a step up from the European Cups and the World Cups and they come in and realise that obviously the next level up. But we saw some good judo and I think that's the important thing.
Could I ask you about your pick for yesterday? Who it is that you thought, was worth mentioning?
Well, I thought that, the obvious choice, was 66 kilos. And, he was special, wasn't
Dennis
he?
Vieira,
Yeah, he did some great judo and some unusual techniques, and I think under pressure. But, I think that's him. He does sometimes absolute brilliance, and then sometimes, it doesn't quite go his way. But I think that's the same, isn't it, for all big throwers? Huge throwers either go big themselves or they're able to produce things, fantastic things.
We'll see how he gets on for the rest of the cycle. We should be taking a look at him and the other gold medal winners from yesterday just to see how valuable an outing this was, because we were talking about whether it was worth coming here or not. We'll see just how that pans out. Let's take a look at the 4 weight categories that we've got for you today then. Under 63, under 70, under 73 and under 81. We'll start with the under 63 kilo category for women. The top 4 seeds, Andrea Leschke of Slovenia is the number 1 seed. Hege van den Berg of the Netherlands is the number 2 seed. The number 3 seed is Laura Fazilu of Kosovo, and the number 4 seed is Angelika Zemanska of Poland. Leschke missed out on going to the games last time round because they had another top fighter in there who medalled. So, we were talking about this possibility of having 2 people, 3 people or 4 people, but I think you only get 1 shot.
Yeah, that's the same, isn't it? With quite a few countries, they've had 2 or 3 that in the qualification zone, and of course, only one can go.
Yeah.
Olympic Games, and so there's quite a few trying to, I think, coming back early, just to prove that they should have been the selection.
Right, in the under 70 kilo category, another Slovenian tops the seedings here. Anka Pogacnik is the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed is Hilde Jager of the Netherlands. The number 3 seed is Kelly Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain. And the number 4 seed up there in Pool B is the home favourite Lara Jetko of Croatia. Right, we can take a look at the under 73 kilo category then. We're going to jump across and take a look at the under 73 kilo category. We've got a couple of minutes left to go. Number 1 seed is Victor Șterpu from Moldova. Number 2 seed is Alexandra Raicu of Romania. Number 3 seed is Makhmagbedov of Russia. I'm going to come back to that because I didn't give you his given name, but I'll come back to that. And then the number 4 seed is Martin Hojak.
And you've got Hydrov,
Slovenia. He's in the mix as well.
He's in the mix, So he's gone back down from 81, had a little taste of the higher weight category, and decided that he's going to go back. So it's interesting that he's not a seed here, but he'll definitely be up there around about.
I think that's a better place for him to be, and I think that there is that, the federation said, we've got someone at 73, or Rustam Orozhov, that's who we're going to send. If you want to go, you have to find a place at 81, which is the weight, further up. And it didn't really suit him.
No, I don't think it did. Some people can really adapt to the higher weight category and others find it more difficult, So he's come back down to the one that he feels more comfortable with.
I think that will suit him better. Makhmadbekov was the Russian, whose name I butchered before we really got into it. So I thought I'd make a comeback there and treat him properly. Right, under 81 kilos, it's for me, I'm sure Neil is going to agree, the pick of the day. Tato Grigalaashvili of Georgia is the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed is Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil. The number 3 seed is Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldova, and the number 4 seed is Todd Benedict of Hungary. There may be a few names that we can throw in there as well, but we really want to ask the question, what's Tato playing out? What's he doing here so quickly after the games?
I think, he's so hungry. We were talking about what he was like at the Olympics, and so hungry for it, just wanted the big prize, and didn't quite go his way for the Olympic Games. As we see so often with the Olympics, it doesn't quite go the way it was planned. And I think he's come here, first competition in, just wants to get out there and prove that he's the very best. I think in the end, what he'll have to do, he'll have to kind of relax a little bit and just do what he does best. He is one of the best in the category without a shadow of a doubt. And I think he's one of the favourites to win a major world or Olympic title. But he'll have to calm down a bit. But, because I've watched him in the preparation and the training, and I watched him in the gym as well, and he was just chomping at the bit. And it can work against you sometimes, that. But he's going to be difficult to beat here.
He looks pretty hungry, doesn't he? I mean, apart from the top 4 that we've mentioned, there's a young German in there called Tim Grakov. He looks like a useful fighter. And then his teammate, Timo Cavaleas, the two of them, I think, we might have a look at them. I'm not sure about Zoher Valashvili. He's in the same weight. He could have been the training partner that he came along with, if you see what I mean.
Well, most of them coming out of Georgia at the moment, especially at 81 kilos, are a handful. So he's going to be up there. They're not going to send him for nothing, are they?
No, interesting.
Watch out for him.
Right, as ever, we know of Brazil. It'll be Kata in the white judogi, Marcelino in blue. We are going over to Matsu.
Please welcome our referees.
You can't hear? The microphone was working, but I couldn't hear him, and he couldn't hear me. Okay. Yeah, you can explain that. I'm out of this. Well, very big welcome, and so second day of competition, and as you can imagine, we're expecting judo to be just as good. The great thing about yesterday was that we had good open judo, and everybody going for ippon, and we saw some good techniques and some great transitions as well. So this is round 1 of the under 73 kilos category, and as Sheldon said, we've got some interesting little matchups here as well, and a lot of new fighters in the whole competition. Straight after an Olympic Games, we have a lot of the youngsters stepping up. Some of the 2s that didn't go to the Olympic Games, they're back in. Remember, there's only 3 years of qualification that's left, and then it's the Olympic Games again. Doesn't seem possible. Anyway, Cass here in white, representing Belgium, of course, his brother, world champion at under 81 kilos, up against Marcelino of Brazil. Right against left. So Cass trying to get the grip. Well, Shido then goes up to Marcelino. So if I'm going quiet here and excuse the start here because we're just having a few problems with the sound, but we're
right
working our way through it.
But
And
the
as soon as
problem
we
is
get the balance.
the only problem is he can't hear me and I can't hear him. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, as Neil said, we'll try and work that out.
One Shido on the board, and another Shido will put Marcelino under pressure. They gripped up. Well, they were gripped up anyway. Right against left, it's often difficult. So a second Shido up to Marcelino. Last thing we want to see is it going to golden score. Sturpu has already gone through to the next round. He had a bye. He's the number 1 seed. Often happens.
Audio off. Do you hear me, audio?
Getting your seat.
This is commentator position. Do you read me, audio?
Can you imagine? Miss out a round.
Obi-Wan. Do you hear me? This is Jack in commentary position. Do you hear me?
So one more penalty up there for Marcelino. And Marcelino, well, it's all even now because Casse gets a second Shido as well. So one more Shido and this is going to be all over.
You can hear. On mat 3 we have Cedric Kalonga.
So into golden score, and this first match then, it's not a good sign, is it, when we go into golden score?
Tatami 1 and Tatami 2, golden score.
Again, one more penalty to either one of these, we'll finish it.
On to net 3, first round under 81 kilograms in Luchadogi for Serbia.
So neither one of them have really done what I'd call an ippon possibility of a throw. Both trying to set each other up, but a little bit lackluster. No change to the other flank either. Now then, it's not a score because that went onto the elbow there. There were two parts to that particular movement. One went onto the elbow and the other one took him onto his side, but it was the second part of it that took him onto his side. So just to get through to fight Sturpu. And then, of course, if they win that, then Kazalev of Russia, possibility of getting him, but of course that Eric Hamm or Kohonen of Finland will have something to say about that.
So, Neil.
So we have Sheldon now, and yes, it's all systems go. So it was just a button, I think, that needed pressing on our console.
Two little buttons that needed to be pressed. However, Neil and I have never claimed to be techies. and this morning proved that.
You see, they just didn't want us to speak to each other, did they? We did the whole introduction there. We had no idea what the other one was talking about. But we got through it. True professionals. So, good battle royal here between these two, and no possibility of a throw so far. Kata coming the closest, I think.
Made a slip this morning during the introduction, I'm afraid. Cedric, I think I said that he was from the Ivory Coast. He's not. He is not. He just walked past me, and I just know that I got that wrong. Oh well. These things.
Third penalty. Here we go. Third penalty gone up there. Kase will go through, and the Brazilian is out of the competition.
Yeah, I thought that. When I saw Kalonga walking past, because he's only a first cue, and it's an unusual thing, and I've seen him before, and I said Ivory Coast this morning, but he's not. He's from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. My apologies
He won't
to
mind.
Kalonga. I'll go down and apologise.
Apology accepted. Second contest up then, here in round one. Eric Hamm of Great Britain here, up against Kohonen of Finland, and Eric Hamm is in white.
Rock Dracic is coaching up in Finland now. Rocky, he's gone up there. I wonder that little boy in the 60 kilos was impressive yesterday. I thought, he looks good.
Well, there's a few of the fighters, haven't they? They've started to come through. They've got a heavyweight as well.
Oh, the heavyweight, yeah, he's a bit
coming
special.
through. Yeah.
The self-belief that he has is incredible, so I look forward to seeing him.
So Eric Hamm here, following down into Newaza, looking for the shimmy waza and trying to control the head. Seen some good Newaza from the British fighters. Some good transitions.
On May 3, first round in category under 81 kilos, in blue judogi for France, Baptiste Terry, and in white judogi for Switzerland, Lucas Wicker.
Eric Hamm attacking the front leg here of Kohonen. Kohonen just... Oh, he's going to score. Is he going to score? Yes, gets the Wazari and follows it down here. Can he get the leg out? Just need to hold him then for 10 seconds. Alsai Komi and Kohonen just not settling here. Gonna go for the Juji Gatami. Now the Juji roll is right on there. The referee allow this to carry on. Still in, still got a chance. So Kohonen just manages to avoid the other 10-second hold down, and Eric Hamm was Ari up. Not sure if we're going to have the replay of the technique. Nice drop Sianagi there from Eric Hamm. So now Kohonen has it all to do. Halfway through the 4 minutes. It's been a good competition for the British, and there's Sorisura Kumigoshi again. Hamm dominating this contest. Here's the score. Driving Murati Sianagi and manages to take him onto his side. Would have only needed 10 seconds there to finish that off. Look how deep he gets. Great drive as well. 1 minute 27 seconds. Going to get Shido for that one, I think, just for dropping. No movement on the Tomonagi. Tries it left this time. So Kohonen trying the Yoko Satemi off to the side. Eric Hamm in control of this contest. Can't afford to drop. One more penalty won't be good. And good attack this time from Kohonen. So Kohonen not giving up on this. 50 seconds left. Coming up to the last 30 seconds of this first round. The winner of this will go up against Kazalev of Russia in the second round. And that, for me, was a drop as well. No movement whatsoever. So these coaches just getting too vocal, and I was saying earlier that you find it a lot from the European Cups, World Cups, a little bit more freedom for the coaches, but you can't have it out here. You can't have them directing the match from the coach's chair. So a lot of warnings. Coming up, last couple of seconds here, is just going to hold it off, and Eric Hamm will go through a little bit of recovery time, and then once round two ensues, Eric Hamm will be up against Kazalev of Russia. So a good win, good first round win for Eric Hamm of Great Britain with that nice drop Sianagi for a Wazari.
On mat 2, na tatami 2, prvo kolo kategorije do 72 kg, u plavom kimonu za Izrael Oron Giner i u bijelom kimonu za Hrvatsku Dino Strmotić.
Somadzic of Croatia here against Guinea of Israel. Some new fighters from Israel. They've put some of their juniors out.
In white for Israel, Jonathan Elbas.
Three mats on the go at the moment, 73 kilos on two of the mats, mat number 1. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful technique that was. And Janea of Israel there with an Ashi Guruma, I think it was. I'm looking forward to seeing that back in slow motion. Nice little skip to the side there. Beautiful. Just high enough, probably, to warrant an Oguruma there. Nice movement. What a lovely movement that was. Early rounds, beautiful hip on there.
First round
just
for
skipped
men's
along the
73
edge,
kilogram
and then a
category.
beautiful
In
rotation.
for Germany, Alexandra
Ashiguruma at
Kata.
its best.
In white judo for Spain, Jorge Cano Garcia.
Cano Garcia of Spain up against Gabler of Germany, and so far some great ippons. Drops in Aggie there from Gabler. New Germans, new Israeli, some new British fighters, one or two old fighters, but certainly a lot of new. Remember, you don't have to stay with the commentary here. Sheldon and I will be covering the daytime streaming all the way through, and then 4 o'clock British time, 5 o'clock local time here in Zagreb, we will be covering all of the medal matches for the live television coverage. And that will be Sheldon and I covering both of that. But we'll be sometimes interjecting here together, but one of us will certainly be covering one of the mats. And you can go to the other 2 mats if you want to follow uncommentated matches. You might see a match that you want to see.
All of which will only work if Neil and I can master the technical.
We did miss out a button there, didn't we? I couldn't hear him. We were talking to each other, and I thought we were on silent. Well, we were on silent, weren't we?
But everyone else at home could hear, but I couldn't hear you, and you couldn't hear me. A minor hiccup.
I was reading your
I'd
lips,
call
though.
it,
You
yeah.
see, I read your lips.
You see,
And your mind.
I haven't mastered that art as yet. I'm going to give it a go. We're waiting for a couple of people to come up and have a chat with us. We've got some medal winners from yesterday.
Give me a shout when are they coming up now?
It would be, I think we're going to get Caitlin Jarrell first, the former youth Olympic Games gold medal winner at under 48. She's moved up to 52. She's making her way up here now, so you're going to have to...
Looks like I'm out of a job.
She's only walking slowly because she's got a bad foot. She's hurt her foot. I suggested to her that she tells the airline on arrival at check-in that she's got a bad foot. She needs to keep her foot up and elevated and iced. So perhaps it'd be an idea if they put her in business class. I said you could always try that, see if that works.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to leave it up to Sheldon and Caitlin as well.
And then
I'm going to leave it with you.
Amber Hirschus, Sam Hall, who's the gold medal winner in the under 60 kilo category yesterday, and Plony Cornelis, who picked up the silver in the under 57 kilo category, gets caught there.
That little Koichigari there, is it going to get a Wazari or was it 2 movements? They haven't given it. They haven't put it on, have they?
There was that stop, wasn't there?
Yeah,
he
there
hit
was.
the backside.
2 different movements,
yeah.
and
then just got pushed back.
That makes the difference, yeah. Right, I'm going to just hold off, and I'm going to be back in a second.
We shall look forward to your return.
We're over to you, Sheldon.
73 kilogram category. In blue judo for Poland, Adam Stodowski. In white judo for Germany, Lukas Venikold.
So it's a very good morning to Caitlin Jarrell. I still haven't got used to Jarrell, but it is Mrs. Jarrell, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And a very good morning to you. And the other thing that I haven't got used to is just how much you look like your mum.
Thank goodness.
Just, spitting image as you sit there. So not the best of days yesterday as far as the result is concerned. But I can tell you, Neil and I were, watching the contest, and there was a lot in there for you to take away and feel good about. I know that you'll probably have a different idea, but there were really, really a lot of good and positive things in there, Caitlin. But no medal.
Thank you. Yeah, I was very happy to have the mat time that I got yesterday. 3 matches is probably more than I've had in a while. I had 2 at Worlds, and that was the last time I competed in June. So it was really nice to get out here and get some matches in too.
Speaking of the Worlds, was that the first time that we saw you? Was the Cadet World Championships way back when? Was that the first time that you came to our attention? I think that is the case, isn't it? Where were they in Budapest?
Yeah, they were.
So that was that was your arrival on the scene, and then you went to, I think, the Junior Worlds a month or so later, and then the Senior World Championships as well.
Yes, indeed.
It's possible that you may be one of only a handful of fighters who's ever done that. A Cadet Worlds, a Junior Worlds, and a Senior Worlds all back to back. It really was quite special. So we got to see quite a lot of you, and obviously, we followed your career, because when was that? 2009? Was it 2009?
Yes.
Right. So we went in 2021. You are a veteran. If you've done 10 years, then you are a veteran. So it's incredible to think that we can refer to you in those sort of terms, a veteran. Oh my goodness.
It is crazy.
But you've got a colleague coming up on the mat shortly, haven't you? Next fight up on mat 2 after Luana Cavallo and Shakir Amihai of Israel. It will be Nicole Stout and Alexandra Somadzic. A tough first round contest for Nicole, I think.
Absolutely. She was training against her yesterday and today, and I think she feels pretty confident. I know she's righty, and she would prefer to have somebody that's a right-handed player, just because it's more popular to find them in practice. So you're practicing with right-handed players all the time, but to grab a hold of an actual lefty is kind of rare, so I think it's a good comfort zone for her, and she's really flexible. She did gymnastics before she did judo, and I think that helps her with her mat awareness, and I think she's going to do really well with that.
Whenever we chat, I always think what a shame it is that you're not working on this side of the big pond. We could use your analysis and insight. But that's possibly a thing for the future then. We tried to grab Marty Malloy at one stage, and then she disappeared off into wherever that she is. Was she out at San Jose or somewhere like that, I think?
Yeah, I think she's still there.
Yeah?
I see pictures on her Instagram. She still throws her gi on and enjoys judo for fun, which I think is great. I feel like we don't have enough of those elite level athletes coming back to the sport after. Kind of, it's like when they're done, but it's really refreshing to see a lot of judo players come back and give to their communities.
And what about you, Caitlin? We were talking about the length of time that you've been around the sport and how much we've seen you, but let's get to the meat of the matter. How old are you now?
I'm 27 years old now.
Okay, so there is a cycle left here without any trouble at all. Paris is not a difficulty as far as your age and fitness. As far as injuries are concerned, I know we were talking about the foot, but that's a recent thing, isn't it? That's not a chronic condition that you're carrying over the years, is it?
No, yeah. Well, I do sprain my ankle frequently. It's not a big deal. I honestly have gotten used to that kind of pain, and that's like the least of my worries. So I think I can manage it very well, and it'll probably nag me for a little while, but realistically, it's nothing. I'm not going to have a surgery, and I'm just going to power through it.
And apart from that, you are physically fit and ready to go, and
absolutely. I think my main problem throughout this past 10 years has been consistency and continuing to throw myself out there and throw myself into these tournaments, and I'm ready to hit this next cycle really hard and go to absolutely every tournament that I can.
Yeah, I was talking to Neil about tournament selection and how important it is to pick the right ones and make sure that you know who's going to be there, what your goals are, achieve those goals, and then move onward and upward. So we're hoping very much that you'll be able to select the right tournaments to go to and get the kind of results that you need to, so that we can continue to see you at the kind of level that you demonstrated early on that you were capable of reaching. So I don't think that it would be wrong to say that we haven't quite hit the spots that we would like to. I mean, first of all, to go to a Games, although I hasten to add that not only have you been to a Games, you've actually won them. So you already know what it's like to win an Olympic Games, albeit at youth level. So I know that the shine has already gone off that. That's something that's in the past. You've put that in a box. But that is another thing that we saw and we thought, okay, here it is. You know, she's going to go on and do something. So does that ever... Do you feel that's like a monkey on your back that you've got to get off? The fact that there's this expectation of having to do things.
I do feel like there's like a certain expectation for me, especially because I did so well in those junior years. But when I sit back lately and I really think and analyze, why did I do so well during that time? What made me really great? It was actually probably the fact that I was cross-training. Like American Judo, it's hard work. Our clubs are so spread out. It's rare to have any tournaments. It's rare to have any get-togethers and new bodies. But I wrestled in high school, and it was...
With the boys.
Yeah. And it was like every week was like dual meet, competition. You go to a judo tournament after that, and you're like, there's no... it's another day on the job. Yeah. So right now, I feel like I need to find something to simulate that sort of like always in competition mode and like always... walking away with some really good wins, because like when you start winning and you win a lot, even if it's against the boys, it gets contagious. Like you keep winning, you stay on top.
Well, we hope very much that you, the people around you, and hopefully USA Judo will click. Everything will, fall into place, and they will get to see you for the rest of this cycle, and then. The goal must be to qualify to go to Paris. That's got to be it.
Everybody's like, oh, you could do LA and try to make the team that way because it's going to be in the United States and we're going to have more people. Honestly, I have no desire to do that. I want to make it for real.
Yeah,
I want to qualify. I don't want to be bare minimum.
Well, LA could be something that will happen for you after Paris, but we've got to deal with Paris first.
Absolutely.
And make sure that you're doing the right thing. Let's just get the fighters introduced to Alexandra Somadzic of Bosnia-Herzegovina is up on mat number 2 against Nicole Stout of the United States of America. It's Somadzic in the white, judogi Stout in blue. Had Nicole not flirted with the under 78 kilo category for a while?
Yes, she did, definitely. She seems like a lot happier. Of course, when she's moving up, but I think that she's got herself into a really good routine right now, and she knows what she's doing, and she has a game plan every time she cuts.
So much better, I think, for the size-wise, for her at 70 kilos. She was undersized at 78. I often saw her in some problems. She may have a problem here, actually, with Somadzic and this potential turnover. Going to stop there. Couldn't continue, and the referee had allowed that to continue off the mat. I think rightly, for a while, to see if something was going to develop there. And the minute she blocked it, he stopped that and brought them back to the middle.
I think it was a good call.
So no harm done. Early days yet. Somadzic has been around for a long time as well. I think I saw her sister yesterday. She was competing.
That's so nice.
At 57, yeah. Ooh. Got turned just with the hands. Score on the board as well, and the Yosakomi is on.
Wow.
Yeah, she may be out. No, just managed to keep control of it. Kazuri Kamisho Gatami at one time. It wasn't the strongest of holds, but unfortunately for Nicole, that hasn't worked out there.
She just needed a little more kazushi on that Morote. It was a nice one. It was just not enough pull on that entry.
Next contest, the first round for men's under 73.
She's a great teammate.
Well, I know that there are very few of you here. So you might want to get down there and, arm around the shoulder and help her out. So I'm going to let you get back down there. Caitlin, lovely to see you. Say hello to Mum and Dad. for me, and take care of yourself, and we'll hopefully see you again very soon.
Absolutely. I'll be around. You know I'm going to hit this next cycle really, really hard. So
I look
thank you
forward
so
to
much.
it.
It's a pleasure.
You take care, Caitlin. Caitlin Jarrell, always a pleasure when she comes up. And now we have to decide who it is that's going to go first between Amber Hirschers and Cloney Cornelissa. They're going to share the chair. The only problem with that is that we've only got the one headset, so you may not hear at all. Well, I'll tell you what, given that Amber's grabbed the headset and she's put it on, then, you know, that's what we're going to go for. Amber Hirschers, bronze medal winner in the under 48 kilo category, sitting alongside Plony Cornelissa, who's a silver medalist yesterday. So bronze and a silver. Nice little collection of medals for the Dutch team, because we've got the two girls coming out today, Hilde Jager and Gege van den Berg. So I've already been down the back to say, hey, can't let the team down now. You know, you've got it going. Really pleased for both of you for slightly different reasons. And I'll start with Plony first because less of a problem, you know. Right? So congratulations. Yesterday, pretty close.
Yeah, thank you. It was, the final was, yeah.
Have you fought her before?
Never. Yeah,
Oh.
maybe on a training
Camp or
but
something, yeah.
I'm not sure, but I'm really happy with my performance yesterday. So
Yeah, you should be. It was
Yeah.
good. I mean, leading up to that. And to be honest, this is one of the most experienced fighters on the international circuit. Good experience to go on with her here at this level, at this stage, because later on, if she sticks around, you know, you're going to have to get past her. So better to deal with it, you know, now and get that out of the way.
I just wanted to win the medal so bad that I went maybe a little bit too early for like over the top, but yeah.
And what's next for you? Where are we going to see you? Have you got this plan that tells you 2, 3, 4 competitions in advance, or are the Dutch like the Russians? We'll let you know. We'll tell you where you're going to go.
Well, first they were like, we'll let you know if you go to Paris or Malaga. But next weekend I have the nationals in the Netherlands, and yeah, now probably I will go to Paris.
No Malaga?
No, probably not.
So you put the suntan lotion away, you know, bikini, that's in the drawer, no good.
Yeah, not coming with me.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I hope I will get Malaga as well, but I think we will focus on Paris.
Okay, so we're going to have a chat with Amber as well, and slightly different angle here, because we had hoped that we would have seen you a lot more often.
Yeah, I get that. Me too.
Over long period. And it's tricky to say. It's tricky to say because, of course, a lot of the stuff that we're thinking, you're thinking too.
Yeah.
I want to win this one. I want to go here. I want to go there. And however, yesterday we saw even I'm not going to say we saw a return to the kind of performance, but we certainly saw some things in there that were really promising. In particular, fitness level. I thought that was really good. You know, you didn't look drained at the end. Same goes for you, Plony, as well. You know, because lots of the fighters are coming here without the kind of, you know, matches. Where did you get them? Where would you get them? So whatever training that you've been doing in the club is paying off here. That hard work when you're dying, you know, has really paid off. And you looked strong yesterday. Did you feel that?
Yeah, well, Corona actually for me kind of felt like a reset.
Okay.
I don't know if I needed it. I think so.
You didn't get it, did you?
What?
You didn't get it?
I didn't get a reset.
No, Corona.
No, I didn't get Corona. No, thank God. No. No, fortunately not. We've actually been doing pretty well in our team.
But but you've had a million tests and everything.
Every day.
Oh my goodness, I know. It's
no
quite
one
a lot,
was
isn't
against
it?
We all wanted to be
Good,
healthy and safe.
good.
So that was all good actually.
And are you both in that centre? Is it Papendal that you're
Papendal,
at? So
yeah.
you're comfortable there. Everything works for you well, and
Yeah, I think we've been there now for 5 years maybe.
Okay, so
yeah, of course, yeah, you
Newcomer.
joined a little later, but in the beginning, we all had to adjust. And
how far do you live from Papendal? So you're
for me,
home.
20, 30 minutes away. Like my home is a little bit further, but I live there in.
So not so bad for you. Plony, what about you?
I live at Papendal, so I need to walk 5 minutes to the train.
Great. Okay. All right. So during the times when you haven't been getting the kind of results that you've wanted, and what I found was strange was that I'd see your results on one level, you'd smash everybody, and then the next week they'd send you somewhere and it was first round knockout. You know, there was this. Have you been working that out? Are you beginning to understand?
Well, I think it's obvious that, you know, as stuff like that happens more and more, then it will just get to your head, and that same for me happened. So that's why I say I think Corona was kind of a reset to get it together actually and work through it. And I don't think I'm like fully there yet. I think there is a lot of more potential to work on, but I've been feeling a lot better, and I'm truly also enjoying it again because I mean I think if you're like a competitive person, it's not weird that you kind of lose kind of the energy and the willingness. If it's not going well. But during Corona, I actually really fell in love again with judo, and that helped a lot.
That's great. I mean, that's great to hear. And you spoke about energy and the loss of energy. I just want to ask you something about being in the tunnel where it just says Zagreb Grand Prix. There are some people who, in the warm-up area, great, the preparation's going well, and as they come closer and closer to the tatami, the energy just seems to drain from them and they lose it. By the time they get on the mat, they can hardly close their arms. You haven't suffered from that? It's not something that...
Well, it's still kind of new for me, I think for both of us.
Well, I'm glad Plony's shaking her head, so that's good.
Yeah.
No, because there are some who can... I remember a friend of mine who had to be helped, because when you get to the games, there's a podium that you step onto and you perform on this high platform, and they had to help him up the stairs. His legs were so weak, he was just shaking so badly, he suffered so badly from nerves. So you haven't had that?
No, I was actually kind of enjoying it. Like, I'm, you know,
that's great
I know
to hear.
where
I'm really
I know
where
I want to be. So the tunnel is one of the places you want to be in, right?
Yeah,
so
great, okay.
I actually
can be nervous. Like, even if you want to be there, you can be nervous. But I never really have nerves. Yeah, kind of do, but not so much that
Let's take a picture of that.
We will.
Maybe a little bit in my space.
Well, we're roomies now. So.
Yeah, forget about the social distancing.
Yeah.
That's out the window. Yeah, so I'm really glad to hear about this conquering of the mental aspect of it, because when I've seen you on the tatami, everything that was there before is still there. The techniques are still there. The movement is still there. Nice upright posture, good judo, good gripping. So as I begin to tick all these boxes sitting here and thinking, well, where's it going wrong then? You know, how come we're not getting the result that we're looking for?
Physically, I know I can do it. That has actually never been a problem.
Good.
Physically, I know, and of course, that's also one of the reasons that I know where I want to be and I know where I belong, and I'm not going to stop until I'm there.
That's also a nice thing to hear. You know, in the confidence instead of, well, I don't know what's happening. You know, I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't always know what's happening, and that's definitely happened in the past years. I didn't always know what was happening or what the problem was, but I did know that I do belong on the podium, and I'm not going to stop.
Hopefully, it's helpful when, you know, Neil and I, people like us, say, hey, that's what we expect.
Definitely, I told you yesterday. I came to you. I said, you know, wherever we are, every time when I see you guys, then even though we're not talking or it's not going well, I always do feel like a lot of love and support, and that's just great.
Yeah, I mean, and the young girl who was here just before you, who walked out, I don't know if you remember her, Caitlin Gerald from the United States of America, was Youth Olympic Games champion back in, where did we go, Singapore, and off the boil, you know, and the same kinds of questions, you know, asking her, how do you feel about this, the fact that you were such a high achiever, And way back in 2009, Cadet World Championships, Junior World Championships, Senior World Championships. The Senior World Championships for her were in 2010 in Tokyo, but way back, performing at this level and then just missing out on achieving. So, you're not the only one going through this.
I'm not alone, I know.
Exactly. What is that from? You are not alone. I can't remember. There's some, I don't know. So I'm glad to hear that there's a lot of positive energy, especially in that area where I think maybe it wasn't going, too well for you, but certainly in the area of having self-confidence and a belief in what you can do. That's good. That's nice and strong. So what's next for you then? Where are you going next? You might get the Malaga trip.
Yeah, I've actually not been thinking about it that much because I didn't know where I was going. Like last week in Sarajevo was going well, and this week I was just like getting into it, and we'll see what happens. So for me, I think also it's a question now if it's going to be Paris or Malaga. At first it would be Malaga, but who knows? There might be an opening.
Love to see you in
we
Paris.
don't really know. Like
really, I mean, it's the right stage.
I don't want to interrupt.
But you gotta go. You gotta go. Right. Okay. So girls are rushing off back home. They've got to get the next bus back to the hotel. I want to wish them both the best. Plony Cornelissa and Amber Hirschs. Thanks so much for coming us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, we will.
On the
See you
podium.
again.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye bye. Always nice to hear when the athletes are just beginning to crack that. Neil talks about the glass ceiling. I'm not sure if that was the case with Amber Hirsch. It's a little bit different for her. Plony Cornelissa, yes, getting up there, but I think the stumbling block, the hurdle for Amber was, as she quite rightly admitted herself, was a little bit more upstairs, self-confidence, things in her own head, and hopefully she's working those out. But nice of them to pop up here. We'll catch back up with the action now, and Neil will rejoin us again shortly. I hope that didn't cause too much of a break in your concentration on the action on the tatami, but it's always nice to hear from the medal winners and to get some information about what's happening in the background in their lives. So hopefully you enjoyed that insight. We're still on mat number 2 in the under 63 kilo category. Renata Zakova of the Czech Republic is up against Anastasia Antipina of Ukraine. It's Zakova in the white judogi, Antipina in blue. There's no score in this round 1 contest as yet. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece, and as always, you've got the choice of which tatami you choose to go to. Down on mat number 3, we've got round 1 of the under 81 kilo category, and down on mat number 1, it's the under 70 kilo category. And Neil is back. Maybe he'd taken the opportunity to have a coffee or wander around and chat to a few people in the warm-up area. You missed out, Neil, on Caitlin Gerald. I know she was on the way in when you were on the way out, but then you really did miss out on Plony Cornelissa and Amber Hirschs. I should have checked to see whether they were sharing a room, and they were sharing a room, so you know that you're going to get 2 athletes who've both medalled, and they happen to be sharing a room, are absolutely buzzing, with being happy. And they stayed right to the end when they had to rush off to get the bus back to the hotel. But there were two live wires, very, very happy. They spoke very well, by the way, all of the centre at Papendal. where they happen to be. So
I think it all seems to be going right for them, doesn't it, at the moment? You know, they've got a lot of youngsters coming through, and that's a great thing. And I think that, you know, their senior team, obviously, their number one team is performing well as well. So a good indicator.
Well, you mentioned yesterday about the glass ceiling. I think that's the case for Plony Cornelissa, looking to go up to that next level, break that glass ceiling. With Amber Hershey, says it's a little bit different. No one's going to be surprised if she makes it, having formerly been junior world champion. So the expectation, the weight of expectation, I think, probably did for her over that period. Some people find the transition extremely difficult. I can think of some who have won the senior world championships before they won the juniors. Billadid is a case in point. She'd actually won the senior world championships before she won the junior world championships. And then there was the other Japanese girl at under 48 who's gone off the boil now. She was also a senior world champion before she'd won the juniors. She actually came to the juniors with the red backpack
It's
on.
normally a stepping stone, isn't it? You know, junior world champion, and from juniors you go up to the seniors, and it's normally a stepping stone. Funny how it suddenly happens differently. Not very often. I mean, you get the odd Iliadis or Billadid, but it doesn't happen that often. Certainly not in the men's, anyway. More
Kondo,
in the ladies,
Kondo.
I think. Yes, Kondo.
Kondo
was one,
Amish,
yes.
just bangs, straight up there. Victor Sterpu of Moldova is up against Jeroen Kassa of Belgium. It's Sterpu in the white judogi, Kassa in blue. It's early days yet, and I just apologise to everyone at home if the chats and the interviews got in the way. But we had a couple of nice emails to say, no, we never heard them speak before, never heard their opinions, so it was nice to have them up here. So thanks very much for your messages.
Yes, still early in the competition, round 2 here in the under 73 kilos category. Under 81 still on round 1, so very early. But we've seen some good judo, so that's a good thing. Some good judo, some good attacking judo. Sterpu here, quite experienced. He was part of the build-up to the last Olympic Games. So he was on the world circuit then. Physical, very physical. Look at that big right arm around the back there, just to control the back.
There's a buzz around the team, Moldova, not least of all because they took a gold medal yesterday, but there's just that sense of being seriously competitive. Sometimes you get the right level. Almost went over there.
Nice actually wasn't it? Nice Sasai there from Cass, and almost scores there. Sterpu now in trouble. Double lapel turn from the Newaza situation. Saw it a couple of times yesterday. Saw quite a lot of transition yesterday, actually, and that was nice to see as well. I like to see the follow-through from standing down to ground. He knows he's in a fight here, Sterpu. I don't think we've seen as many ippons as we did see yesterday. Sometimes that's the case, just the way it is. Quite a lot of noise going around the stadium, considering we haven't got any spectators in here. All the spectators are the fighters and coaches and people helping. Everybody in a bubble here. Still very strict with the bubble, not allowed to step outside of it. So hotel and stadium is what we are doing. Now something's going to happen, and it's going to be a score. So a good score there from Sterpu. Controlled the upper part of the body there, and he countered Cass. Cass was going to have a little go, but in the end, gets countered. Looking for the Kosoto, I think, Sturpu. Let's just have a look, see. Well, he looked for the Kouchi first, and then the big arms round there, looking for the pickup, and manages just to do the tip. Takes him, rolls him onto his side for the Wazari. Now Kase of Belgium coming forwards. Not going to give this up easily. It is a step up for some of these European Cup and World Cup fighters. They come to the Grand Prix, Grand Slams as a result of good performances at those European Cups and World Cups. So next step up, of course, is Grand Slam, Grand Prix. And then, of course, you go into World Championships, Europeans and things like that. So it's all progression. Seconds ticking away, and so seconds are going to just disappear here, and Sturpu will go through to the next round. I'm going to stay on mat number 2 because we're going to have a look at the match between the Russian Kazalev and Eric Hamm of Great Britain. That's next one up in the second round. This was the body hug and tip. You tip the balance of your opponent there. It was a little panic there, wasn't it, from Kase? He kind of felt the danger. He thought he was going to go upwards in trajectory, and instead, he gets rolled over. Really good control there from Sturpu.
In blue for Great Britain, Eric Hamm. In white for Russia, Ayub
Kazalev of Russia in white here up against Eric Hamm of Great Britain. Uchimata attempt from Hamm. Trying to create that little bit of space. I'm going to say he's got to be careful, that arm round the back. That's going to be a Wazari there. Kazalev scores with an Uchimata. Arm was round the back. That's the danger point. Got to get out of there. So didn't quite get him on the points of his shoulders there for the full ippon. Nice Wazari though. 2 of those and it's all over. And then of course the hold down arm lock, or, well, they've changed it. Changed it to an ippon, and Kazalev wins against Eric Hamm, goes through to the third round. Just looking now at the different... I wouldn't mind having a little look at the under 81 kilos. Let's go to mat number 3. Druzeta is of Croatia, is up against Connolly of New Zealand. And I'm doing this because, in fact, it's Develashvili up against Mediola of Spain. So we're going to go on to mat number 3 here, and the 81 kilos category. And if I've left your mat and your weight category, then feel free, without the commentary, just to go on to it, and you can go from mat 1, 2 or 3, your choice. Well, we were saying at the very beginning here, we'd be interested to see Develashvili. Must be the training partner of some of the best 81's in Georgia at the moment. They're going to send him here for good experience. Obviously not a juji man though. That leg would have been over and the arm caught at the same time. Gonna get Shido a piece, I think. They're not gripping up, so they've got to grip up. Well, looking at the referee there, wasn't he, Davalishvili, just for a second penalty. And when you're looking for penalties, that's not a good thing. It's not a good sign. I want to see them looking for the ippon. Oh, that's going to be a score. Now then, Mendola of Spain scores on Davalishvili. And now looking for the hold down, and better be careful down there. Davalishvili doesn't look to me as if he wants to know in Newaza, and the Spanish, of course, have some really good turnovers from that position. Somadzic there, right the way over the top. That's the Kata way of performing it as well. It wasn't Yoko Somadzic. Right the way over the top. Sorry, Kamigoshi on the left this time. Well, Mendiola dominating this. Got everything to do here. Davalishvili will have to get some kind of score on the board. And this time starts to open up. Shido a piece on the board. 1 minute 26 to go. Another tough match. Can't afford another penalty here, or that was a bad technique to attempt there from Davalishvili. A little bit of a panic situation there now. Is he being held down? Could be an offside commi here. Just needs to hold him for 10 seconds, and it's all over. Davalishvili being held down. Seconds ticking away. He's got a Wazari on the board, and it's all over. Wazari Awazeti ippon. Just 40 seconds left on the clock there was, and Davalishvili in the end succumbed to Wazaris, and was always looking a little bit dodgy down there on the ground there. Didn't want to know really, did he? Next one up, Demon of Ivory Coast here up against Barasic. Here's the Somadzic there from the previous round. Somadzic to score the Wazari, and then of course we had the hold down for the second Wazari. So nice score. Debon of the Ivory Coast then in white here, and nice to see some of the smaller countries out here looking for the quick transition there into the strangle, looking for the submission.
In white for Bulgaria, Mark Christoph.
Out to Barasic, just grabbing the leg at the wrong time. Left against left here, extreme left against left. Looking for the pick-up there, the unusual head under the armpit. Well, one of them, I feel, is going to go here. One of them will commit onto that outer leg, I think, and that's when it'll happen. Interesting to see Grigalashvili. We're not that far away from him coming up. Two more contests. Nicholas Del Popolo is going to be up next, so we'll have a little look at him, and then one more after that, and then we're up to Grigalashvili here. That's why we're staying on the under 81 kilos category. Remember though that if you want to change into other categories, then you can. Second Shido up there to Barasic. Barasic of Croatia finding it very difficult here against Debon. Good possibility for the fighter from Ivory Coast here to go through to a second round. And remember, it is a Grand Prix, so a totally different level. Every match won and every second on the tatami is good. Oh, and he did. He went for the outside of the leg there. Osodo Gary to Osodo, and he's going to come unstuck. That'll be it. Might just be it. Might be all over, and Debon might just be going through to the second round. Well, it's Debon that gets, well, I thought he came in for the Osoto there, but anyway, he gets the Shido. Sasai this time, Barasic. And now is he going to get a score for that? Don't think so. He didn't quite have enough control with the hands. Again, the coach is just getting that little bit too entangled with the match. Uchigari, and a great attempt there from Debone. Barisic can't get close to him, actually. Great match here from Debone. Both fighters just getting that little bit tired. "18 seconds left then, first 4 minutes. Nice little drop, Uchigari this time. Just 10 seconds left.
Next contest, 7th round for women's under 70 kilogram category. In blue judogi for Brazil, Luana Carvalho. In white judogi for Slovenia.
Oh, what a good chance here for Debone. I'm not sure how many times he would have gone through to a golden score situation here, Debone, but he's been in charge of this match all the way through. Barisic finding it very, very difficult to come to grips with him, literally. One more penalty and it will be all over if it goes against Barisic. Uchimata attempt there, and
next
they come.
Contest for women's under 63 kilo.
Debone is the one who's from the Ivory Coast.
He's fighting well here, Sheldon, and it's nice to see one of the small countries that have a fighter that might get through to second round of a Grand Prix or Grand Slam.
Pick up some points. And I'll tell you what, going back in the Continental Union, that's where it will really be important, because he goes back to one of the Continental Opens where he's picked up some points at a Grand Prix where the value is really high. He'll be the #1 seed.
Well, excellent, you know, and like I say, he fought this fight very, very well here, and Barisic just hasn't got into it at all. And there's another one there from Debone. Debone, the one that actually is taking the chances. He's the one going in here. I can see that Barisic will get a third penalty any second now, I'm sure. One more attack here from Debone. I don't know if he realises it.
Three golden scores he's been involved in his competitive career. Abderrahman Mohamed of Egypt in the African Championships in 2015. I'm going to stop because it's just going to get ridiculous, isn't it? and in any way, Barisic got hold of him. Yeah.
It just ran out, didn't it? He just ran out of steam, literally ran out of steam, and that was a crying shame.
Sorry, Barisic got hold of him. Yeah, I was about to go through the times when he'd gone into golden score. This was the 4th occasion on which he'd gone into golden score. Who wants to know that information? I mean, God.
I was looking at just to find out how you found out that information. Sumagaeshi then does it in the end, in golden score, 1 minute into golden score, and he manages to do it
neat
as his opponent's starting to stand up, and takes the opportunity. It took him some time, though, to get to grips with that.
Tatami 2, next contest, 2nd round for women's under 70 kilo. In blue judogi for Sweden, Ida Eriksson. In white, judogi for Switzerland, Alina Linguiler.
Del Popolo of the USA coming out. New weight category for him. He's done a couple at under 81 kilos. Of course, previously at 73s. Always found it difficult to make the weight, and now fighting with a heavier weight. Krivotic of the Ukraine, his opponent, and that's going to be a score straight away. Now, luckily, that wasn't an ippon. I thought that was pretty close to an ippon, wasn't it? Sodisora Komigoshi right the way underneath.
32 years old, Nick Del Popolo now.
Well, he's got some nice technique, Del Popolo, but didn't and hasn't had the chance to even attack yet. There's the drop Seoinage. You can't ride those, can you? So, yeah, definitely it was a Wazari, but right the way underneath, and Del Popolo now on the back foot. Having his sleeve dominated here, Del Popolo. Going to go underneath again here in a second. That might just be. Was he coming up there? That wasn't far off either. He might just ask to have a look at the monitor for that one. Well, it carries on, but Krivotic really just taking his time here and putting the attacks in. Del Popolo needs to just get on the pace. He's not on the pace at all. Well, again, Del Popolo just on the defensive here, and if he's waiting for that Seoinage, it's going to go in. If he has one or two stabs at that Seoinage, one of them is going to coordinate.
Plenty of time left on the clock. Could be that the Ukrainian is spent. Mind you, so is Del Popolo. that's the only problem.
Yeah, just looking as if he's finding it very difficult even to attack here. And Nick Del Popolo, who normally has really nice uchimata, and we see it going in a lot, at the moment not having a chance. Too far off Grigulashvili. We'll go back up to round 2 in a second and have a look at the #1 seed in the under 81 kilos category. 1 minute 20 left. Yeah, no hands at all there. Is he going to get a Shido for dropping? No, he doesn't. Oh, that's it. That's going to be it. All over. 2 Wazares then, I think. I'm not quite sure where that came from there. Krivotic, I thought, had done a second technique there. Well, Del Popolo breathes again, still in it. 50 seconds to go. Looking for the Jujigatami here, and Del Popolo wants to get out of there. Krivcic then of the Ukraine, Wazari up. Tries to go to the other flank this time. 4 seconds left on the clock. Little dash forward from Del Popolo, but Del Popolo has been beaten, and Krivcic of the Ukraine wins by that Wazari. Drops in Aggie from the Sodi grip and drops right the way underneath there. Del Popolo tries to ride it, but we know that you can't ride those. You have to kill them dead.
Next, second round contest.
Kalistersky of Bulgaria up against Radkai of Hungary.
In blue for France.
But Radkai is in white here.
In white for Romania.
Last one in the first round. And then we go up to the number 1 seed, Grigalishvili.
Na tatamiju 2, drugo kolo kategorije do 70 kg. U plavom kimonu za Poljsku Katarina Sobierajska i u bijelom kimonu za Hrvatsku Lara Cvjetko.
Unusual grips there. I was just about to say, unusual grips. I don't think they're going to be allowed to grip up like that for too long. So Shido a piece, I think that's the fairest way of doing that. Drops in Aggie there from Rajkai.
Tatami 1, next contest, second round for men's under 73 kilo. In blue judogi, representing Azerbaijan.
First tournament back after the
In white judogi, representing
Olympic Games, and there's the beautiful Sianagi there. Rajkai right the way underneath there. Well, he threatened, didn't he, with that a little bit earlier, and this time he gets right the way between the legs. I think he went off the sleeve as well. Just saying that first big tournament back after the Olympic Games. See a lot of youngsters coming through. So both the hands on the sleeves. Just drops right the way underneath there. Beautifully taken.
On main 3, second round in category under 81
More of a Siatoshi, wasn't it, the movement? Of course, the difference between Sianagi and Siatosh. Siatosh goes down towards the mat. Sianagi will come up in elevation. So Grigalishvili, he has been absolutely chomping at the bit to get out here. Absolutely so keen, and he was the same at the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games didn't quite go his way, but here he is up against Bosic, and that's an ippon within seconds. Just beautiful ippon there, and Grigalishvili says, I am back. That's how it's going to be. Have a little look at that again. One grip, massive Uranagi look. Absolutely buries him onto his back there. That arm comes over the top. Look for the Sianagi, and well, he just makes it look so easy. Got so much variation. Grigorishvili will go through to the third round here, and he's had about 10 seconds on the mat. Knows exactly where he wants to put him, dumps him right onto his back.
Talking to one of the athletes who's just been put out of the competition about the purpose of coming, what you want to achieve, what you're going to learn from here, what you will take away from this experience. Just sitting a few meters away from us is sort of quite forlorn. It's not the nicest picture, but, you know.
What did they say?
Well, it's tricky, you know, it's difficult to find the exact words that is going to motivate them. And for a time, you think it's working, they're okay, but there is a time when you've got to say, hey, you know, pick yourself up and get back to your team and don't wallow in the fact that you've lost. It's not going to help you. That's not going to help you to feel better. And at the other end of the scale, you've got someone like Grigorishvili you've just seen there, and it's just like, you know, he's got his sheet in front of him. It's got a number of boxes that he's got to tick, and he's just ticked the boxes and next, you know, move on.
Well, I was just saying that how incredibly keen he was to get out there, and that he was chomping at the bit, really, just couldn't wait. After the Olympics, didn't quite go his way, came out there just chomping at the bit, you know. And I think for the others, it's gaining experience, valuable experience, mat time. And like you say, if it doesn't quite go your way, you've got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Another new French here, Pierre of France in blue here against Manukian of the Ukraine. The winner of this will go through to fight Grigorishvili in the next round there. It'll be a quarter-final match. One shooter on the board there, Pierre. Baptiste Pierre now knows that he's got to put an attack in. Looking for the transition now. Can he get it? Looking for the Jujigatami. Well, the transition hasn't been quite as smooth as it was yesterday, so after a little word with them, I think. Saw some great Nawaza yesterday.
Yeah, tidy up. Baptiste Pierre. I'm not sure if we still got that kind of, not rule, but whether we apply something when the referee has to tell you, do your belt up. They look at you and they let you do it up. But if you have to be instructed to do it, so
it's meant to be a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's as though they've made a note of that, and the next time they have to tell you, well, then that's it, you're going to get penalised. Oops.
Yeah, no-handed technique there from Pierre, and you've got to have two hands on.
It's not as though he's trying to protect the lead, is it? You know, that would make it blatantly obvious, but that, for me, that was on the limit.
Just poor Kata, and they need to make sure that they've got a firm grip. You know, you see the big throwers, they come out, it's a bit like Grigorishvili. Grigorishvili knows exactly what he wants. He just tries to get the grip that he wants to throw for it on. That's the difference.
In white, judo for Russia, Mahmatbekov.
It's easy for the stadium announcer, isn't it? He just called that Russian boy's name that I butchered this morning like it was nothing.
He is good at it, though. He is.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that so are you. You know, you don't mess up many of them.
He's a bit special, isn't he? He's my hero.
So a battle royal here going on, and just looking now at, we've got Russian on the mat number 1 here,
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Let's go on to mat number 1. Look at the under 73 kilos
I don't believe
category.
you said that. I don't believe that you've just said that.
Medbekov of Russia
Right,
in wide up against Venakold of Germany.
I'm going to give that my best shot, given that I messed it up so badly this morning.
And there, nice little Tomanagi there, and we just caught that right, didn't we, against the German. Nice Tomanagi for a Wazari.
Mahmatbekov. That's his name. Nailed it.
Thought I'd have a go at it.
Yeah, nailed it. Hidarov has been on. Had a chat with him this morning. He said he was so happy to be back at the right weight, under 73 kilo category, and he said this time he's not moving. He said, I don't move for anybody.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, well, he had to last time because they'd already told him, you know, we're sending Rustam Orozhov. If you want to go, you've got to find another weight. And he said, this time I'm not moving for anybody. So there are going to be fireworks in that weight. And do you know what could happen? You find Rustam Orozhov, who's very tall for that weight, whacks it on, and he goes up to 81.
You never know, do you? You never do know.
Could change, couldn't it?
Good little match going on here. Medbekov just a Wazari up. He almost scored again here. Venakold not giving it up at all. But now, let's have a look what can happen here in Newaza.
I'm going to treat our friend as though he was Scottish. So what I'm going to do is call him Mac.
Well, Sheldon just a little bit perturbed, having a problem with Medbekov.
Struggling, yeah. There you go, look. Mac Medbekov. Done.
Yeah. We have to write it down phonetically sometimes.
But we don't want to, well, first of all, we don't want to embarrass ourselves, but at the same time, we don't want to disrespect the fighters. Try and get it right.
So a second technique here. Medbekov, Sumageshi this time, gets the full hip on there, and he was in charge all the way through there. Good performance from him. As soon as he had that big right arm over the top there was something was going to happen.
Stayed in there too long.
Yeah, well, you can't stay there, can you? You really can't. Got to get out of there.
1 for disinfection. And after
Good control of the upper part of the body, and down he goes.
Okay, thanks very much. Freddie tells us that after this we're going to take a short break to disinfect the tatami. That's part of our COVID-19, the continuing COVID-19 protocols to ensure that we keep within the rules and regulations for staging tournaments at this level.
We've got to do it. That gives us a chance, doesn't it? Just have a little breather. Manukian here of the Ukraine, 2 kilos on the board, has to do something here against Pierre of France. Just at the quarter-final stage of the under 63 kilos category there, and Lesky is just about to take on Kata of France.
There's such a nice feeling around the venue with the various teams and everything. You know, there's just no negativity. I just don't feel that it's a difficult thing to approach a coach or a player. Third penalty.
Yeah, third penalty up there, and Pierre of France. Right.
Freddie's given us the, cutthroat signal. So time to take a break. Those of you who are at home watching, listening, thanks very much for your company for the time being. It's only going to be about 5 minutes. Time for you, if you're in the UK, I suppose, to make a cup of tea, or if you're further afield, maybe take something to drink. But we'll be back in a few minutes from now. Bye-bye. get underway with the first of the quarterfinals, and then we're going to go to mat number 2 because we kind of spoke through Andrea Leschke's second round contest. We had one of the, or both of the Dutch girls up here, so I hope that didn't disturb your enjoyment of Andrea Leszki's contest. But here she is again in the quarterfinal. She's up against Manon de Kata of France. It's Leszki in the white judogi, de Kata in blue, and with commentary on this one here is Neil Adams.
Well, Leszki came in as the #1 seed, 63 kilos, and certainly the most experienced fighter in there. De Kata, though, one of many of this new French team have been put out here and doing very, very well. They're ahead in the medals at the moment and just showing that they've got depth, which they always do, of course, but had a lot of success, haven't they, in the ladies especially, but they had some success as well at the Olympics in the men's. Of course, the team winning the Olympic title.
What a thing.
Yeah, well, that was something else, wasn't it? It really was. Everybody expecting Japan to lift that title. Just a matter of course, but of course, team competition doesn't go like that. It doesn't happen. They had 5 Olympic champions in there out of 6 people, and it just didn't never happen. That's a nice little ko-uchi there from Leszki. Had nice direction to it there, nice little skip across, and did the ko-uchi. De Kata couldn't stop it. There was a little skip there for the ko-uchi, beautifully taken that, it really was. It rolled onto the back. Good direction with the hands though. All to do with the connection with the feet and the hands. Getting them to work together. Now, can she get a second one? Just pushing forward here, but having a real problem getting any proper attack in. Tries the sasai. And a Makikomi there. Second stab, is she going to get the score? I don't think so. That was in 2 parts. Does she get it? She does get it. All right, okay, so she gets the Wazari. It was all continuous. Yeah, I thought so as well. A little bit borderline there. We're just looking at each other here, Sheldon and I. I'm not quite sure about that one.
Leszki into the semi-final. There's a replay of that. Yeah, I'm going to go with the referee here because she never stops with pushing with that right foot. Just look at the right, Leszki's right foot.
Yep, absolutely. So we could just say that that was continuous and manages to get the second Wazari there. And
because she does, doesn't she?
Yeah, no, it is. It's continuous, absolutely. The referee did exactly the right thing, and I think nobody questioned it.
Yeah. Well, I did actually. First of all, I thought, is that really that? And then with the second look, yes.
Prime example, though, isn't it? If you see it from a second perspective or a different perspective, it looks that little bit different.
And that's why I defer to the referees in the middle, because they've done all the courses, they've got all the experience, they do it week in, week out, at all sorts of levels. So when they make a decision, I tend to go with them.
Most of the time as well. They're right on top of it, aren't they? You know, they're right there as well.
Right, Angelika Szymanska of Poland is up against Renata Zakova of the Czech Republic. It's Szymanska in the white judogi, Zakova in blue.
Well, she was right the way in there for the shimiwaza. What a good bit of newaza that was. Well, cracking bit of newaza.
Sharp, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was straight in for the shimmy, and then she changed it to the jujigatami. And Zakova...
Still wondering what's going on.
Yeah, she doesn't know. Took her by surprise completely. Have a look at the shimiwaza. Dives for the shimmy. Doesn't quite get it. Referee, because it starts inside there, it's on the outside of the area, but he allows it to carry on. And then just she pulls it back. There's the arm. And thank you very much. I'm going to take that. And she gets the ippon. And that is what transition is all about.
Next, quarterfinal on tatami 2, men under 73 kilo.
Right, coming up next, Victor Stepu of Moldova goes up against Ayub Halzhaliev of Russia. It's Stepu in the white judogi, Halzhaliev in blue.
Starting to get to the nitty-gritty now, aren't we? And some of these matchups, just that little bit more edge to them. And Stepu very experienced here. Halzhaliev did well in his earlier rounds. There's going to be, I can't see this going time here. Two big throwers, and he's trying to grip up here, and we've seen him do it before here, Stepu. It's either for the uranagi or he tips it in the opposite direction, but he wants close up, he wants to be close up. Halzhaliev, anyway, he didn't want to know that, did he? He was out of there. Straight away a penalty there. I think it was maybe just for gripping too low. Arm round the back again here from Stepu. Ippon. So an ippon there from Stepu, and he was always threatening there, and Halzhaliev of Russia didn't stand a chance. Straight through to the semi-final for Stepu. Absolutely buries him.
Winner on tatami 2 in white, judogi representing.
Just have a look how he controls the top half there. He literally directs him onto his back there. Straight into the hold down. He didn't need the hold down.
They're on a roll here, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Stepu is, that's for sure.
He's in the semi-final.
Yeah, in the semi-final, and making it look easy. He wants closeness to Stepu. Halzhaliev felt the danger from the earlier exchange, didn't want to know, but had no chance of getting off that one. Another good one here now. Hojak of Slovenia here up against Christov of Bulgaria. Yoko Tamiwaza there from Hojak. Looking for the newaza, Christoph, but didn't quite have the right angle for it. Well, it doesn't take long once you start to get through to the final rounds, and it just one leads into the other. Nice Yoko Tome there from Christoph. Oh, nice. I like that. Tonio Tosh. Yoko Satemi technique there from Hojak, and it wasn't far off either. Two other weights and two other mats on the go at the same time. Under 81s is happening on mat number 3, and we've got Schmidt against Namian of France. That's in the under 81 kilos category. On mat number 1, we've got the under 70 kilos category, and we've got Hilde Jager of the Netherlands against Clémence Im of France. So all happening.
Tatami 1, over score.
Christoph gets the Shido. Tries to reverse Seanagi this time, Hojak. Well, there is a stage down on the ground where you have to decide whether you're going to expel energy to try and make it work. Left against right, Hojak left-handed, but saying that, Christoph going left as well. Winner of this will go through to the semi-final, 73 kilos.
Na tatami 1, drugo kolo kategorije do 70 kg, u plavom kimonu za Hrvatsku Anđela Vilić i u bijelom kimonu za Veliku Britaniju Kiki Jemina Brown.
Change of direction there from Histov. Hojak almost succumbed and gave a score away. Now, are we going to see a tie-up of the top half here to get that leg out? Might just get that out. He's holding on to the foot there, Hojak. Trying to golden score, any score now. Will do it. Nice little actually was there from Hojak. That was close as well. Christoph almost went onto his side. Still anybody's match. Obatori, Gaeshi. And Christoph now again trying to tie up the top half there to take that leg out. Getting a little bit mixed up there as to where they need to be.
On mat 3. Na tatamiju 3, drugo kolo do 81 kg. U plavom kimonu za Hrvatsku Lovre Barišić i u bijelom kimonu za
Somadzic this time, Hojak starting to step it up now. Oguruma, well, almost with spinning Uchimata, wouldn't it? There from Hojak. Anybody's match. Second penalty going to go up there to Christoph. One more and it's all over. One-handed Uchimata there from Hojak. So the longest golden score I think we've seen today.
In blue judogi for Germany, Julie Holterhoff, and in white judogi for Romania, Serafima Moskalu.
Now looking for the turnover off the sleeve.
On mat 3, second round in category under 81 kilograms. In blue judogi for Hungary,
now then, hips across. Something's going to happen from here, and it does. And Christoph, against the run of play, manages the counter. It was always, as soon as they were hooked up, something was going to happen there. Hojak, well, he went for it, didn't he? Tried to get the score. 2.5 minutes into golden score, and Christoph manages to do the tip and roll. Disappointed with that. Got to the quarter-final stage though, so he'll have a final repechage fight. Of course, Christoph will get a chance to go through to the final. There was the tip there, tries the Uchimata and just gets rolled over onto his side. Something was going to happen as soon as they hooked up there. Took the chance, didn't he?
He's a good boy.
For Germany, Nadia Basinski, and in white judogi for Netherlands, Henke Vandenberg.
Right, on mat number 2 now, Anka Pogacnik of Slovenia is up against Alina Lengweiler of Switzerland. It's Pogacnik in the white judogi, Lengweiler in blue. Quarterfinal in the under 70 kilo category.
For Switzerland, Alina Lengweiler, and in white judogi for Slovenia, Anka Pogacnik.
Pogacnik's here, just going for the Juji-Gatame. That arm looks out to me. She gets the Juji and she gets the submission. and she'll go through to the semi-final. Pokačnić, Slovenia.
Well, if
Nice bit of newaza.
Sangaku was popular yesterday, it's been Juji Gatami today.
Yeah, it's funny how it goes, isn't it? You just you get certain techniques that are a little bit more popular, and Pokačnić there, good way in. Looking for the shimmy-waza first of all. We've seen this a couple of times today, haven't we? They go for the shimmy and then suddenly switch to the arm. Juji Gatami onto the arm, elbow joint under pressure, so she rolls over to relieve the pressure and tapping almost immediately.
Nadia Kaczynski from Germany will go to repassage. On mat 2, quarterfinals under 70 kilograms. In blue judogi for Germany, Madrid Galandi, and in white
Briaska of Poland here up against Galandi of Germany, and there's Galandi there with an Osoda Gary, almost Osoda Otosh, wasn't it?
In blue judogi for Israel, Inval Shemesh, and in white judogi for Kosovo, Laura Fazliu.
Another quarter-final, this time in the under 70 kilos category for ladies. Dropped Sianagi, that's a definite score. Wazari scored there. Sobriatsky then in the lead. Can she hold her now? Just needs to hold her for 10 seconds. So the 10 seconds will go quickly, and she's through to the semi-final. Well, that was a good performance. Sobriatsky there really took advantage there. Again, the transition was good. Galandi looked as if she was going to offer a real problem to her. Look at the drop, Sianagi. Really good score on her side and directly in there for the Yoko Shiokatami, well, the Kami Shiokatami, sorry. Good transition again, and that's what we like to see. Well, we've got repechage match just about to happen here on mat number 2, and just looking down now, have we got any quarterfinals? We have got one actually in the under 63 kilos category. Fazliu of Kosovo up against Shemesh of Israel. Let's go to mat number 1 and have a little look at the quarter-final happening there in the under 63 kilos category. One Shido apiece on the board at the moment. Remember, you can do what we do and you can swap from mat 1, 2 and 3. It's going to be all Sheldon and I in the final block. We always do that together. But for the preliminary rounds, we do have a little bit of a swap here and there. And you don't have to follow the commentary, Matt, if you don't want. You can go to the other ones as well. Unfortunately, you have no choice when it comes to the medal matches.
I'm just going to say something very, very quickly about choice. You know, sometimes we stray off the point. We stick with the judo as much as possible. But I do remember being on a flight, a BA flight, and the flight attendant said to some guys who were sitting in front of me, they're making a lot of noise, when she came with the meal. And the guy said, "What's the choice?" You know, because it's normally fish or beef. She said, "Take it or leave it."
Is that right? I think that's pretty good. Take it or leave it. Whatever I give you.
That's your choice. She'd had enough of them. They, you know, sort of had lots to drink and stuff, so she decided that
Very
was
good.
it. Take it
I
or
like
leave it.
that.
No scorers yet. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. Neil, sorry.
That's all right. So the Israelis have put some more young fighters out here and got a chance here of getting one through to a medal possibility. Quarter-final match here in the 63 kilos category. Kosovo as well, eh? They've got some good fighters that are training with some of the Olympic champions out there, obviously.
Yeah.
It has a rub-off effect, doesn't it?
Fazlou. And I spoke to Logsa. Instead of an X, it's a G. That's how she says her name. Anyway, Mr. Barter has returned, and it's Vladimir Barter that I wanted to see. So.
Fazlou in white, very extreme right-handed, but having her sleeve dominated at the moment. A lot of these fighters fighting off the sleeves, but being a little bit more proactive than they have been in the past. Second penalty goes up to Fazlou, so she will now have to take the initiative. Left-handed ukigoshi there from Fazlou.
Golden score, Tatami 1.
So two Shidos on the board, 30 seconds into the golden score. Something's going to happen. Any score now, it will be good. And the danger's there. Now then, did she drive her back? I don't think she did. I don't think it was enough. I think it was more from Shemish. We're going to swap it over in a second. We're going to go over to mat number 3 in a second with Grigelishvili. He's just having some attention. Grigelishvili, the leading person in the under 81 kilos category, up against Baptiste Pierre of France in their quarter-final.
Winner on Tatami 2.
We're not going to go there yet. Let's just keep this open here. Let's see if they can decide who's going to win this. Goes to the outside leg there, Shemesh. Always a dangerous thing to do.
Tatami 2, semi-final for women's under 63 kilo.
I think it's going to happen now. Something is going to happen. 1 minute 20 here, and they're both hooked up. Somebody's going to take a chance. And now the big pickup here from Fazlou. Well, anybody's match here. Shemesh still in with a chance and tries the Kouchi. Well, while they sort this match out, let's just have a whip over here. This is going to be over any second, I'm sure. I'll let you know what happens, and you can stay on this match if you want. We're going to go to the quarterfinal match in the under-81s on mat 3, where we have got Grigelishvili up against Pierre of France. Grigelishvili easily through his first round. Oh, it's all over. We just caught it there. Grigelishvili right the way underneath. What a Sianagi that was. My goodness me.
On mat 3, the winner is
Shemesh just wins on the other mat as well, on mat number 1. Just perfectly timed there, just to have a little look here at Grigelashvili. Catches the sleeve, almost simultaneously attacks off the grip. Wherever he goes.
Fast view of Kosovo in the repechage.
What a technique that was. Brilliant stuff. We'll see a lot more of that in the highlight programs, I'm sure. So, the quarterfinal in the under 81 kilos category, another quarterfinal here. Hamm of Netherlands here up against the Quiza Solana of Spain. Well, absolutely on fire. We thought he might be, Grigelashvili.
In white for Romania, Alexandru.
Kouchi didn't quite get him onto his side there. Nice little driving Kouchi from Hamm. Oh, and almost gets countered back there, doesn't he? Aquiza there looking for good movement and just a little skip to the side, but almost came unstuck. Left arm over the back here from Hamm. Hamm just managing to climb off that Ashiguruma.
Winner of the semi-final contest on tatami 2 in white, judogi representing Slovenia, Andrea Leški. Leški goes to the final. Zimanska of Poland will compete for the bronze.
Sumigashi this time by Hamm.
Next contest on tatami 2, repechage for men's under 73 kilo. In blue judogi for Slovenia, Martin Hojak. In white,
quarter-final match, this
Russia,
under 81 kilos. Well, something's happened, and Hamm of the Netherlands. A little cut, I think, on his head, and so he'll have to just get that sorted out. Let's just have a little nip over to mat number 1, where we've got a quarter-final match in the under 73 kilos category between Alexandra Raku of Romania and, of course, Haidarov of Azerbaijan. And Haidarov back down to under 73 kilos category, and apparently really glad that he's back there. One Shido apiece here. Haidarov, a big throw up. Tries the reverse Seanagi here, and now then, can he get it? 3 or 4 stabs at that, didn't quite get it. Wasn't far off though. Well, the offside commie's been called there, but the legs are entangled, right, so they've stopped it. Looking at the top half there, not the legs, but that looks like it might be. That was interesting. Haidarov can't understand why he's been stood up. Raku of Romania. You'll be glad of that. That with a little reprieve. Wants to get close there, doesn't he, Raku? And now Hyderov trying to get that leg out again there in the for the outside commie. Can he do it? He might just do it. That might be it. Straight in then, and holding with hold down now. Just needs to hold it for 20 seconds. Gets the submission, it's all over. So Hyderov gets the ippon, and, well, was that ippon? I think he gave up there, Raku.
Winner on tatami 1 in blue judogi representing Azerbaijan, Hidayat Haydarov. Haydarov goes to the semi-final.
So holds him with Manigatami and manages to score the ippon. Hyderov through to the semi-final. So first competition back at his new weight. I think he was forced up to under 81 kilos.
In blue, representing Spain, Salvador Casas Roca. In white,
stay on this mat, this quarter-final, Medbukov of Russia here against Casas Roca of Spain.
And the winner of
big thundering right arm there from the Russian.
Representing Russia,
looking for the Sumageshi there.
will compete for the bronze.
So straight away into the attack, says Roca. Didn't want to know about that.
Next contest on tatami 2. Semi-final for men's under 73 kilo.
Sljedeća borba na tatami 2, polufinale kategorije do 73 kg.
In blue judogi representing Bulgaria.
Well, I think we're going to see a big score here. They're both of them quite open with it. Sumageshi again, scored with it in the last round. And he's going to go again on it. He's across the opposite shoulder, so he had to be careful of that. And he's got to be careful down there as well, because he's good at that, Casas Roca. The Spanish have a nice little turnover from there. And Medbukov just having a little panic on it.
Winner on tatami 2 in white judogi representing Republic of Moldova, Viktor Sterpul.
Well, Sterpo making quick work of his semi-final on mat number 2. He's already through, and he's been ippon every match, Sterpo. Cracking form. We're going to stay on mat number 1, and Medbukov here. I still think that, oh yeah, there it is. Beautifully taken there. Let's just have another little look. We can have a look on mat number 2. Ouchigari. So he had the pickups, of course, as well, but Ouchigari to take him through. Brilliant opportunity for us to have a look at 2 mats at one time. Medbukov then, the one really taking the initiative here, and Casas Roca has a penalty, but he could easily be going over. He's holding cross grip there, Casas Roca. Most of it, though, because the Russian is coming through and coming to the opposite side. We haven't seen Casas Roca do anything that would endanger Medbukov. Just been defending, really.
Winner on tatami 2 in white judogi representing
Oh, Sotogari this time.
She qualifies for the bronze medal contest.
It's a matter of time, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last semi-final on tatami 2, women under 70 kilo.
Na tatamiju 2, polufinalna borba u kategoriji do 70 kg.
In blue for Poland, Katarzyna Sobierajska. In white for Slovenia, Anka Pogacnik.
All quarterfinals and semi-finals on all of the 3 mats at the moment. All the action happening. Of course, this evening will be 4 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock European time, and it will be all about medal matches. All medal matches just about to happen. Medbekov here, looking for the sumigeshi all the time. Katsuzoroka just climbing off them. 2 penalties, though, up for the Spaniard. And there we go. Sotomakikomi gets the ippon, and Medbekov will go through. Katsuzoroka in the end could do nothing about it. Change to a Wazari, 32 seconds to go. So 2 rolling, it was rolling, and so only gets the Wazari. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, two points of contact, so no ippon. That went to video referee. They said no, anything with 2 points of contact is not the ippon. Has to have 1 point of contact, both the shoulders hitting the ground with force. But just needs to hold off now, just seconds ticking away, just has a little look up at the clock, 10 seconds left. Well, it would be an upset if Katsuzoroka manages to score an ippon in the last seconds. But anyway, all over.
Winner on tatami 1, in white, judogi representing Russia, Makhmatbekov.
A couple of words there going on between the 2 of them. Sure they were being nice. All right, so we're going to go to the semi-final that's happening on mat number 2. It's the last semi-final on mat number 2, and Pogacnik is up against, of Slovenia, is up against Somadzic of Poland.
In blue for Great Britain, Katie Jemima It's-Brown. In white for the Netherlands, Hilde Jager.
This is the semi-final of the under 70 kilos category. Pogacnik is fighting well today. It's been a good competition for her, but so is Somadzic. Sotomakikomi, it's going to be a Wazari. Pogacnik then directly into the hold here. This is going to be all over, just needs to hold for 10 seconds. And Slovenia have a finalist. Straight through to the final. Somadzic will have to fight for 3rd place. So everything happening here. The quarterfinal on mat number 3. Let's go to mat number 3 here in the under 81 kilos category. Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil here against Mediola of Spain. That's the quarterfinal of the under 81 kilos category. All systems go at the moment.
Winner on tatami 1 in blue for Great Britain, Katie Jemima It's-Brown. The preliminary contests on tatami 2 today has finished.
Na tatamiju 2 gotove su borbe.
Next quarterfinal on tatami 1, women's under 70 kilo.
Schmidt has a little pick-up and a smack down there. That's not enough, though. Can't name the technique, can't count it as one.
Judogi for Great Britain, Kelly Peterson-Ford.
So again, quarter-final match. Drops Sianagi this time, and he lands, well, 2 hands went down there. Not so sure they won't look at that one again. I thought he landed with 2 hands down there. It looked like it was just backside, but they might have a look at that. Here they go. So they will notice that he does, and for me, not a good score. I don't like it when it lands on both hands behind, but they're counting it as a score if it does, if they land simultaneously. If we can have another look at it, no, we can't because our tech is not there, but never mind, it's just one of those. They might give it a score. They do. Give it a Wazari score, and so now Schmid is leading. 1 minute to go. A little bit of panic there. Mendiola of Spain goes onto his back, but doesn't really get the movement. Doesn't manage to break the balance of Schmid. Mendiola now arm over the back. 28 seconds left. It's Mendiola that's got to do something. Schmid gets a Shido for ducking. Now something's going to happen here. Well, the danger was there, wasn't it? 15 seconds to go. This to get through to the semi-final. Quick look at the clock there. Schmid will be looking at the 15 seconds left. He'll have to be careful of the rush. Here's the rush. Drops Sianagi. Mendiola. Sumagage there from Schmid. Now just needs to let the seconds tick away. So Schmid goes through to the semi-final. Let's go to the quarter-final on mat number 1, if we can. Puller Peterson of Great Britain up against Halterhoff of Germany. And there we're going to have a score. Is that going to be a score? I thought they were on the way up there. But we just came in there as Peterson was underneath.
Under 81 kilograms. Jose Maria Mendola is Kata from Spain.
Penalty, second penalty up to Halterstoff of Germany. Peterson of Great Britain. Very close with that Sianagi.
In blue judogi for Hungary, Rakai Robert, and in white judogi for Moldova, Dorin Gotonoanga.
Backing the German up to the edge. Five seconds left, this first 4 minutes. Saying that. 2 Shidos on the board to Halterhoff. And Peterson dominating this match. Well, dominating the match, but you still need a score on the board.
Golden score, tatami 1.
So into golden score on tatami 1. Just mat number 1 and mat number 3 now in operation. So you can go back and forth. 4 o'clock GB time and 5 o'clock here, local time in Croatia for the final block, all medal matches. And that will be Sheldon, Franco Rooks and myself. Looking for the Tayatoshi this time, Peterson. Changes from right to left. She can't be far off getting the third penalty here. Halterhoff gets the third penalty and loses the match. Quarter-final now turns into semi-final for Pollard Peterson.
In white, judo gi representing Great Britain, Kelly Peterson Pollard. Peterson goes to the semi-final.
Systems go.
Halterhoff of Germany.
Mat number 3, let's go there. Gotanaga of Moldavia in the under-81s here against Radkai of Hungary. And, this is a quarter-final match in the under-81 kilos category. Wazari lead to Gotanaga. Kikomi there from Gotanaga, and nice little Kouchi there from Rakai. Wasn't far off that. Just has a little look up there to see if he's been given it, and he hasn't.
Winner on tatami 1 in blue judo gi for Kosovo, Laura Fazliou. Fazliou will compete for the bronze. Next contest on tatami.
Drops in Aggie there, Gotanaga.
Women's under 63 kilo.
Na tatamiju 1 polufinalna borba u kategoriji do 63 kg.
In blue for Israel, Inbal Shemesh.
So he's got 1 minute to hold on to a Wazari lead. Doing everything he can here, Rakai. Attacking left and right, but now in danger down there in Newaza. 30 seconds just over to go. He's gone for the shimiwaza here. Gotanaga didn't quite have it underneath the neck. Into the last 30 seconds. So time to reflect. 29 seconds left. Chikai comes forwards and now got to take his chances. 20 seconds to go and almost gets countered there. Ten seconds left on the clock. Has a little chase here, Rakai. They'll have to fight for third place, I think. 3 seconds left. Gotanaga of Moldavia then goes through to the semi-final match. And that's it. The bronze medal match Rakai will have to fight in a final repechage. Okay, so semi-final is happening on mat number 1. Let's go to Van der Berg of the Netherlands against Shemesh of Israel on mat number 1.
Category under 81 kilograms. Rakai Robert from Hungary will go to repechage. We will have a short break on mat 3. Eight minutes of break time on mat 3.
Well, these final matches just ticking away, and final repechage matches as well, just to see who will be fighting for 3rd place in the final block. Remember, all the final block, the whole final block is all about medals. It's not about final repechage matches. It's every match is a medal match, either for bronze medals, 2 bronze medals, and the gold medal and silver medal match. 4 weight categories today, 63s, 70s for ladies, and the under 73s and 81s for men. Van der Beer, good stance, very right-handed here, and Shemesh looking to drop underneath here, just having her back dominated at the moment. There's a big Kosoto. That was close, just looked sticky foot Kosoto there. Arm round the back, Shemesh looking to get the hips across. No-handed drop there. That was a Shido for me. Van der Berg just dropped without any hands whatsoever. I'd be surprised if she doesn't get a Shido for it. For me, it was a Shido. Well, she didn't get it. You've always got to look to see if the other one snapped the grip off, but didn't look like that to me. Same as that one there, didn't have any rotation to it. Now, can she get the Newaza going here? Van der Berg, possibility in this semi-final for the Sangaku, and now trying to turn into the hold. Turns it into the hold, and now needs to hold it for just 10 seconds, and she'll have it. 10 seconds, she'll be through to the final. It's already over. And so now she's going to hold for the ippon. Never understand that. I can't understand why they hold for the ippon. Just let it go at the 10 seconds. What happens if she gets strangled from underneath? That's the situation that I always think of. Already won the match at 10 seconds. But there she goes through to the final, and the Netherlands will have a chance of gold or silver. Shemesh will be fighting for 3rd place.
Van der Berg goes to the final. Shemesh of Israel will compete for bronze.
So a nice bit of Newaza in the end. Sangaku Gitami deciding who wins.
Tatami 1, repechage for men's under 73 kilo. In blue for Spain. Salvador
Stay here on mat number 1, Raku of Romania against Casas Roca of Spain. We have a repechage match about to happen on mat number 3. They've got a little break on that mat at the moment, so don't worry about it. It will happen in a minute. 3 matches still to go there. That's going to be a Wazari there, straight away for Raku. A fast drop, Siotoshi. I think it was Siotoshi anyway. We'll have a little look at it in a second. But this is where he's strong here, Casis Roca. We've seen him do some really nice turnovers from here. The Spanish doing a lot of these turnovers. But come a little bit unstuck here now. He's just got to hold him there, Raku, for 10 seconds. And he came unstuck there. He was looking for the Newaza, and it's all over. So Raku, Alexander Raku goes through to the bronze medal match. Casis Roca, this time will have to be content. Well, 7th place. But we've seen him successful with that turnover in the past, but kind of backfired on him there.
Winner in white judogi for Romania, Alexandru Raicu.
So we're going to have a semi-final about to happen. Riyad Haydarov of Azerbaijan stepping out here against Medvedkov of Russia. It's the next matchup in this mat number 1, semi-final.
For men's under 73 kg.
Polufinalna borba u kategoriji do 73 kg.
In blue for Russia, Makhmatbek Makhmatbekov. In white for Azerbaijan, Hidayat Haydarov.
Straight into the attack there. Takes that arm right the way across here, Makhmatbekov. And into the attack for the Newaza as well, looking for the Shimiwaza. Oh, he's got it as well here. The Russian's got it. Now can he get the leverage here? Haydarov is in trouble here. Makhmatbekov here is in for the Shimiwaza. The referee allowing this to carry on, and that Shimiwaza is well and truly on. It's still on now, and he might have to tap out of that. Is he going to be able to get out? Oh, he does. Just manages to climb out. Well, that was a bit of a scare, wasn't it, for Haydarov? Hasn't got off go yet, Haydarov. So the Russian just pulling that left sleeve in and then big right arm over the back. Doesn't like it at all, does he, Haydarov? And now just Yoko Setemiwaza off to the other flank. Not one attack here from Haydarov, hasn't had the chance. Sumagaeshi this time. The Russian absolutely taking the fight here to Haydarov. Oh, Haydarov's dropped into the hold down here, and the Russian has made a mistake. The Russian made a mistake. Now, has he taken the leg? No, he hasn't. He hasn't managed to take the leg. Now he's escaped, and he gets a Wazari for it. Haydarov turned it against Makhmatbekov, and Makhmatbekov, who dominated all the way through, just has a little look through. He definitely got held down there. I don't know what he's saying. So he tried for the Sumagaeshi. He's been all over Haydarov. It's the first proper attack that we've had. Then he tries the hold down, and, well, credit to Haydarov, because Haydarov then manages to hold for the Wazari. Just manages to avoid being held himself there. That was a great bit of Newaza. I loved it. But again, he hasn't been in the match at all, Hyderov, other than that Newaza exchange. But that's what makes a big champion. Tries the Sumigaeshi himself. Those seconds ticking away here. Medvedkov will be looking at that score there and thinking, what happened? Just needs to keep at it. Always looked like scoring. Can he get it back? Can't settle at all here. Hyderov nowhere near him. 1 minute to hold on. Can he do it? I think Medvedkov is going to be a real nuisance in this last minute. First good attack there from Hyderov. Drops Sianagi, driving off to the side. And now Medvedkov realizes that he's got a problem. Now something's going to happen from this position here, and again, Medvedkov there. He's the one that looks as if he's going to score, if any of them, but 25 seconds to go. Hyderov, well, a Wazari on the board there. It doesn't reflect the contest, it really doesn't. That really strange bit of Newaza there that could have easily seen Hyderov fall in, but credit to him. Managed to turn it against the Russian, and the Russian keeps coming forwards. Any score now that he can get would equal it all up. Be a different match then.
Penalty free, the important thing for Hyderov here. He can do all sorts of silliness, to be honest. He's only interested in the score on the board, the clock running down, and poor Medvedkov can't do anything. There's nowhere to go. He can be as frustrated as he likes, and everyone at home,
from a Tachiwaza point of view, he's been all over Hyderov. Hyderov didn't get going at all, and it was a funny bit of Newaza that could have been Hyderov falling into the hold down. Managed to turn it, managed to hold for 10.5 seconds, and it gave him the Wazari. So it's against the run of play, this match. And the Russian knows it as well. 6 seconds left. There's a penalty there. There's one of the penalties that you were on about. There's the second one. So he'll take the second one. Got to give it.
Yeah, he doesn't have to look. The referee can just give that.
The Russian will be absolutely gutted with that. He really will. It's one of those.
It's such a difficult thing to say, because you had 4 minutes.
I know, but just nowhere near it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Didn't even get off go, Hyderov, went from a Tachiwaza point of view.
I always come back to this thing, Neil, because we understand the way that it works, because in bigger sports, football is king. You go 1-0 up against Barcelona, you don't send 10 guys up front, do you? You know, you're coming back to defend. It might look ugly, but you're protecting your win, especially if you've only got 60 seconds left to go. You know, so no, we don't want to see the kind of backing off and drop in, and of course we'd all love to have the lovely, you know, judo that we know these fighters are capable of. At the end of the day, they want to win. Sorry about that.
Absolutely. It gets the run of play anyway, but it happened.
Really sorry about that.
Oh, me too. Not as sorry as Hyderov's opponent.
Yeah. Right, who have we got up now on mat number 1? Hilde Jager of the Netherlands faces Julie Holterhoff of Germany. It's Jager in the white judogi, Holterhoff in blue. Freddie's gearing up for the end of morning show, isn't he? Tech guy getting the lights on and everything. We're going to be sweating in a minute.
On mat 3, semi-final in category under 81 kilograms. Na tatami 3 polufinalna borba u kategoriji do 81 kilogram.
30 seconds gone, no score. This is to decide who is going to be fighting for third place.
There's a semi-final down on mat number 1. We better get down there because Tata Grigalashvili is about to take his place on the mat against Jim Hamm of the Netherlands. It'll be Grigalashvili in the white judogi, Hamm in blue, and I know that Neil has been waiting for this one.
Well,
so.
He's been on great form. I mean, he just explodes in, doesn't he? He's got a real point to make as Grigalashvili. Anybody who was watching the Jaeger match on mat number 1, you can still watch it just without the commentary. Now, look at that. Juji Gatami, it's all over. This man is absolutely on fire today. Grigalashvili is like he's coming out saying, big mistake at the Olympic Games. This is how it's going to be for the next 3 years. And then we'll change it at the Olympics. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Just creates that little bit of space there. Then decides, right, I'm on the arm. Just a totally different level. You can't stay on all fours like that. I don't care who you are. Heyman there, just a real rookie mistake against a real class act. Grigalashvili then through to the final. Ippon every match and within seconds. I don't think he's been on the mat a minute.
Well, we can stay down here, Neil, because Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil is up against Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldova. Schmidt in the white judogi, Gotonoaga in blue. I suspect that they thought that they were going to have a little bit longer to wait.
Well, like I say, Grigalashvili, he's been on the mat, I think, minute and a half total, all his fights, every one Ippon, and just got a point to prove. The winner of this will go through to fight him in the final. I'm sure they'll have a look at all of the coverage of his earlier rounds. It'll take them all of a minute and a half. And
analyse that.
Yeah, analyse the Ippons, but various techniques as well. Yoko Otoshi there, attempt from the Brazilian, Schmidt.
Winner on tatami 1 in white judogi representing the Netherlands, Hilde Jager.
The loser of this match will fight for third place automatically and cross over to the other side.
Hilde Jager has won her contest down on that number 1. And then there's another semi-final about to get underway down there. Katie Jemima Yates-Brown of Great Britain goes up against teammate Kelly Peterson-Pollard. Just when you want one fighter to come along in the category, 3 or 4 come along all at once.
Nice to see that. All British semi-final, so guaranteed gold or silver. That's absolutely certain. Possibility of a bronze medal as well. Still plenty of time in this one. Nobody really taking command of this match. Now then, Soda Makakomi, is it going to happen? Not quite.
Just managed to push himself back. Looked as though he was about to roll there. Just pulled it back.
Coming up to the halfway mark of this contest. So Gotanoaga of Moldavia gets Shido on the board. Basically, referee saying, let's see a little bit more action here. Sianagi, that's going to be a score. Good was Ari. Different drive, wasn't it?
Uchigari, first stab and then changing direction. Something he likes to point out. That's the thing that really does for you. You're on your heels and then all of a sudden brought forward. Oh, not quite.
Wasn't far off, was it, for a second one there from Schmidt? So now, can he get the leg out? If he can start to get this leg out here, tie up the top half. Just 10 seconds needed. Oh, he gets a tap. He's got the shimiwaza there. I didn't realise he had the neck there. He had the shimiwaza.
Couldn't see it.
And yeah, he,
I couldn't see it.
A form of Ryoti, and I think the jacket was across the neck there.
Nice bit of
Nice
work.
little shimiwaza there. Schmidt
From
goes
Schmidt,
through to the final.
Not an unusual occurrence for the Brazilians to be good on the ground. Right, well, immediately after the formalities of the awarding of the win, we can go down to mat number 1, where Katie Jemima Yates-Brown is up against Kelly Peterson-Pollard. There's no score as yet. We've got minute 26 left to go.
That wasn't far off, was it? That was a close one there from Peterson.
Has to be one of the most difficult players to throw.
Yeah, she's known for it, isn't she? Yates-Brown,
Yeah.
very difficult to put onto a side or a back.
Or to apply osaikomi.
They're going to have a little look there to see if there was a landing, but I don't think there was a landing there.
Just reviewing that action.
Having a look to see if it, in fact, did have a landing. I don't think it did it?
He's been given hand sokomake for using the head to avoid going onto the scoring part of the body. It would need to have, we would also need to have the replay in order to analyse that properly. I didn't immediately recognise that as being a dangerous action.
No, sure, we're going to have a look at it now. So here we go. So big surigoshi from the...
Yep, okay, immediately. You only need it once.
It's when they look, isn't it, just to use the head in order to avoid landing, and she absolutely looked for the mat. So Plaster's head avoidance and Hansokamaki for Yates-Brown. Peterson then through, and Yates-Brown will have to fight for third place.
Funny how sometimes you only need to see it once and then you realise clear. And the referee called him, Mate immediately said, let's have a look at that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes it's the danger point, isn't it? And there'll be people looking at that and saying, it definitely wasn't purposely done, but if you have a look at the way they point towards the mat with the head, you can see it is, but yeah, anyway.
Right, let's have a quick wrap-up of the medal matches. That is to say, let's see who we're going to be seeing in the final block. And we'll start with the under 63 kilo category. Renata Zakova of the Czech Republic is going to go up against Manon de Keta of France in the first of the bronze medal contests. The second of the bronze medal contests will feature Laura Fazliu of Kosovo. Should be up against Angelika Szymanska of Poland. The final will be Andrea Leszki of Slovenia. Should be up against Hicha van den Berg of the Netherlands. How much of these have you seen?
Quite a lot. Leszki's been on great form all the way through, but so has the Dutch lady as well. She's done very, very, very well, and brilliant stuff. I think it should be a great final.
Right, okay, let's take a look at the under 70 kilo category then. The first of the bronze medal contests. Alina Lengweiler of Switzerland will go up against Katie Jemima Yates-Brown, who is 10, 15 metres away from us, walking back, having a chat with Kelly Peterson-Pollard. They're just chatting over it, It's difficult,
no animosity.
Absolutely none at all. Just working it out between the pair of them.
I think she'll be annoyed, a little bit angry about it, but she'll put it right for the bronze medal match.
And then the other bronze medal match will feature Hilde Jager of the Netherlands. She'll be up against Katarzyna Sobieska of Poland. Polish fighters are there and thereabouts, and quite a number of them, aren't
Absolutely.
they? Yeah. The final then, Anka Pogacnik of Slovenia up against Kelly Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain. And as Neil was saying, a good showing by the British fighters in that weight category. Under 73 kilo category, the number 1 seed has made it to the final. He's going to be up against, that's Victor Sterpu of Moldova. He's going to be up against Hidayet Hidarov. High quality matchup in that final.
That's a real high quality one. Sterpu's been on good form, and Hidarov a little bit fortunate, I think, there. But like you said, he got a score. It was his score, and he held on. So I mean, that's what it's about, isn't it? Sometimes you just have to win the match. Anyway, it should be a good one. I think Sterpu will go for the big one. I think he'll go for the Ippon.
And I'm not saying that the last 60 seconds were not ugly. They were unattractive, but it was up to his opponent to try and make something happen. He couldn't.
He made a mistake, and he paid dearly for it. But anyway, he'll be fighting for third place. See how that goes.
And that third placed contest, by the way, let's try and get this right, because it's not easy, is it? Hayub Hazaliev of Russia is going to go up against his teammate, Makhmadbekov. Wasn't that bad, was it?
No, you did well
so
there.
Hazaliev and Makhmadbekov in the first of the bronze medal contests, and then the second will be Alexander Raiko, yet another from Moldova. He's going to go up against Mark Ristov of Bulgaria. That is also going to be a humbling.
It's going to be a good one. 73's always consistently good.
Right, under 81 kilos, the last of the weight categories that we have to look at this morning's number 1, Tato Grigolashvili of Georgia will be up against Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil. How do you see that one?
The youngster didn't quite live up to our expectations, he made some early mistakes, and he'll be there contesting it, but I don't think he's got enough for him. But anyway, we'll see.
And the first of the bronze medal contest, Baptiste Pierre of France will be up against another fighter from Moldova, Dorin Goton Oaga. And the second of the bronze medal contest, Rajkai Robert of Hungary goes up against Jim Heyman of the Netherlands.
Grigolashvili, well, I was going to say, I'm just looking at the final there. And
why not? Let's do it again.
You're not there. No. Were you talking about Grigolashvili earlier?
Up first, yeah.
I know,
sorry.
Grigolashvili is the only one for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the younger one who went out a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I apologise for that. Grigolashvili, for me, in a class of his absolute own today, and it's going to be very difficult to beat.
Yeah, I ambushed you there by going to the final before the bronze medal contest. Sorry about that.
You got me. Sorry about that. Anyway, Grigolashvili to win it for me, and absolute favourite.
Right, we will be back at 5 o'clock with all the medal matches on day 2 of competition from the Zagreb Grand Prix. But from Neil Adams and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye for now.